Did the most feared conqueror in history, Genghis Khan, really have over 500 kids? Brace yourselves for the shocking story of Genghis Khan's, let's say, active personal life and his impact on the gene pool that is still felt today. From battlefield domination to genetic legacy, the truth about Genghis Khan is far more astounding than you might imagine. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin in 1162, is renowned for creating the largest contiguous empire in history, the Mongol Empire. He was a brilliant military leader, known for unifying the Mongol tribes and conquering vast territories from China to the edges of Europe. But behind his ruthless campaigns, there was a lesser-known side to the Khan, one that wasn't just about conquering land but also the art of spreading his legacy, literally. So, how did Genghis Khan father hundreds of children? Let's dive into the fascinating mix of myth, history, and science to uncover the truth behind the claim. Before we get to the children, we have to understand the man. Genghis Khan's rise to power was nothing short of extraordinary. From his humble beginnings as the son of a Mongol chieftain to the eventual ruler of the Mongol Empire, his strategic brilliance and sheer determination allowed him to unite warring tribes and lead a force that would conquer almost everything in its path. Through the blood and turmoil of war, Genghis Khan's influence stretched across millions of square miles. But his conquest didn't end on the battlefield. As the ruler of an ever-expanding empire, Khan's power extended into political alliances, some of which were sealed with marriages. Lots of them. Genghis Khan married multiple wives from different tribes and nations, strengthening his empire through family ties. It's said that Genghis Khan had several primary wives and even more concubines. In Mongol society, polygamy was common for men of power, and Khan took this to another level. While the exact number of wives and concubines is unknown, many historians believe that he had hundreds of women in his inner circle. These women weren't just figures of domestic life, but political pawns, linking Khan to various tribes and noble families, ensuring loyalty to his empire. This wasn't unique to Genghis Khan, as rulers in many ancient civilizations followed similar practices. However, his empire's vast size and the scale at which he operated took things to a whole new level. So how did the number 500 come into the picture? Well, Genghis Khan's prolific romantic endeavors created a significant number of offspring. The Mongols didn't exactly keep detailed records of births, but genetic studies offer some insight. In 2003, a groundbreaking study revealed that approximately 16 million men in Central Asia, or about 0.5% of the global male population, share a genetic marker believed to have originated with Genghis Khan. That's 1 in 200 men alive today who are direct descendants of the Khan. This genetic legacy suggests that Khan may have fathered an extraordinary number of children, and the 500 kids estimate doesn't seem so far-fetched. While we may never know the exact number of children Khan fathered, it's clear that his lineage continued long after his death. His descendants, especially through his sons, carried on his legacy both politically and genetically. The impact of Genghis Khan's offspring wasn't limited to his immediate family. His empire stretched from China to Europe, and through his many sons, grandsons, and great-grandsons, his bloodline spread far and wide. Some of his descendants became rulers in their own right, while others blended into the general population of the regions his armies had conquered. The discovery of the Khan haplotype, a specific genetic marker, by researchers studying Y chromosomes provides scientific evidence that Genghis Khan's genetic legacy is alive and well. It's fascinating to think that one man's lineage could be traced through millions of people today. Of course, not everything about Genghis Khan's life and children is crystal clear. Like many historical figures of his stature, myths and legends have grown around him, inflating his reputation beyond what records can verify. Stories about his countless offspring contribute to the larger-than-life persona of Khan, adding a touch of intrigue and mystery to his already massive legacy. Though it's easy to get lost in the wild stories, the genetic studies back up the notion that Khan's reach extended not just across continents, but across generations. Whether he had 500 children or not, the legacy of Genghis Khan is undeniable. His influence is woven into the fabric of many civilizations, and his genetic footprint is unmatched in history. From his rise to power to his conquest of much of the known world and his remarkable family tree, Genghis Khan left an indelible mark on history. So, did he really have 500 kids? Maybe. But what we know for sure is that his legacy, genetic and otherwise, continues to this day. And if you're curious about how one man's quest for domination reshaped the world and continues to influence history, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more epic tales.